Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. We are coming to you live on a rooftop in beautiful downtown San Diego. Nothing better than this beautiful afternoon, joined by some incredible young fighters. The party is started here in San Diego this weekend. Brought to you by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, and also brought to you by the new film Samaritan, starring Sylvester Stallone, which comes to Prime Video on August 26th. A huge main event this Saturday night. The WBO Featherweight Championship of the World is on the line. You see the names behind me on the wall. Emanuel Navarrete puts the title on the line as he takes on Eduardo Baez. They will be with us in moments. But joining me right now on the stage, a huge junior welterweight showdown. Omar Aguilar, Lindolfo Delgado, and a rematch. Reyes Sanchez, Nico Ali Walsh. Gentlemen, thank you all for joining us this afternoon. I guess I can start by saying to all of you, I don't think it gets much better than this. Here we are outdoors, Southern California. The sun is shining, a nice breeze, and we're going to fight on Saturday night. Let's start with you, Lindolfo, down there. How you feeling?
Me siento muy contento, feliz de estar aquí con ustedes. Una gran oportunidad aquí con Top Rank. La verdad que estoy muy contento y creo que va a ser muy buena pelea.
What's he got?
I'm very happy. I'm happy to be here with you all. It's a big opportunity here with Top Rank, and I'm very happy, and I feel good.
Omar, you and Lindolfo are two of Mexico's top prospects. Why is this the right fight at the right time?
Tú y tu rival son dos de los mejores prospectos de México. ¿Por qué es el tiempo adecuado o correcto para realizar esta pelea?
Ok, bueno, yo pienso que es el tiempo adecuado porque los dos, como dices, llevamos un muy buen récord. Creo que es el momento en el que se empieza, pues no sé si esté mal decir esta palabra, pero a depurar, pues, que vaya subiendo los mejores peleadores para que vengan las oportunidades grandes.
It's a good time because, as you mentioned, it's two fighters with two good records, and I think this is the time in which, well, you know, excuse the phrase, where you can quicken the pace of your career, and so that the best between us can start moving up and start getting those bigger opportunities.
Back to you, Lindolfo. You guys are both offensive, aggressive fighters. Are we going to expect nothing but that on Saturday night?
Sí, yo creo que sí va a ser una pelea muy buena. Yo creo que mucha gente la está esperando por el tipo de peleadores que somos, el récord que trae cada uno. Yo creo que va a estar muy buena y no se la pueden perder.
Yes, I think so. I think it's going to be a really good fight that people are really looking forward to because of the kind of fighters we are, the kind of records that we have. So I think it's going to be a really good fight.
How familiar are you with your opponent?
Sí, ya lo conocía de antes, pues sé que era un buen peleador, es un buen peleador, lo he visto en algunas funciones también allá en México y sí sabemos.
I know him from before. He's a good fighter. I've seen him at some events before in Mexico, so we know who he is.
I love your smile, by the way. You're excited to be here, and I think everybody in attendance is as well. This card is stacked, and Saturday night is going to be lights out. Omar, 14 of your 24 fights have ended in the first or second round. Are you ready to go to the distance if you have to against Lindolfo?
14 de tus victorias han sido terminadas en el primero o el segundo asalto. ¿Estás listo para llegar a la distancia si es necesario?
Sí, como yo lo he dicho en diferentes ocasiones, yo siempre me preparo para los rounds a los que vaya a pelear. Nunca es mi meta noquear. Gracias a Dios se me ha dado la oportunidad y la he aprovechado, pero pues yo sé que es un rival muy fuerte, que boxea muy bien. Si la pelea se va a distancia, yo voy a estar listo.
Yes, like I've said on different occasions, I prepare for the amount of rounds that I have scheduled to fight. It's not my goal to knock anyone out. God has given me those opportunities, and I've taken advantage of them. And so I know I have a really strong opponent. He boxes really well. So if the fight goes the distance, I'll be ready.
Lindolfo, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Omar. Why this fight? Why now?
Pues yo creo que es una oportunidad que, pues digo, yo estoy buscando, yo creo que él también, ya queremos cosas grandes, no podemos estar peleando ahí nada más con el que sea, entonces tenemos que pelear con este tipo de peleadores para sobresalir y pues para buscar lo que queremos, ¿verdad? Que es llegar más arriba.
I think that this is a great opportunity, and I think it's an opportunity that he's wanted and looked for just as I have, because we want big things. We can't just keep fighting against anyone. This is the kind of fighter, the type of fighter that you need to fight so that you can get those bigger opportunities and get what you want.
I love that. Omar Lindolfo, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. We're going to move our attention to the gentleman sitting on either side of me, Reyes Sanchez, Nico Ali Walsh. This is a rematch, gentlemen. Nico, I want to start with you. Why do you feel we need to have this rematch? What is left to prove after the first go round?
Honestly, I feel like there's a lot to prove. It was that was the start of my career. That was my third fight, and I've just been improving bounds beyond what everyone thought I could. The fights after that. So it's exciting that we get to do this, and I think I'll have a good time.
Yeah, Reyes, it's a rematch. Did you ever think this would happen? It was a close fight at Madison Square Garden, and here it is, another opportunity. You get to feast Nico Ali Walsh.
No, I did, and it's not very often in life that you get a second chance, at a big opportunity like this, and I'm glad it actually is going through, and thanks for everyone that made it happen. Yeah, thanks everyone at Top Rank, Brad Goodman, Bob Arum.
Yeah, 100%. We're excited for it. Listen, have you rewatched the first fight?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Yeah, because I had yes or no. Yes. What are your impressions of that fight, and what changes have you made having that opportunity to go back and revisit what you went through the first time and getting a second stab at it now?
Yeah, I think I gave them a tougher fight than they were expecting, and I expect the same thing Saturday night.
Nico, I guess just bookending that question there, obviously a lot has happened for you since that first fight. How much of a better fighter are you now than you were when you faced him back at MSG?
Honestly, I've been asked that question a lot, and it's hard for me to say. I truly think my last few fights have spoken for themselves, and it just shows how hard I've been working. I've got a new trainer for this fight. I've got a new team, but the team that's been with me for this fight has been with me since the inception of my boxing. So, we're making it happen this fight.
Everybody talks about your grandfather. I would be amiss if I didn't bring him up. But 49 years ago, he fought in the arena that we're going to fight in Saturday night. Just like Madison Square Garden in December, here we are again. How special is it for you to embark on this professional boxing journey and have the opportunities to fight in buildings where your grandfather was so successful?
It's funny because I feel like you guys are picking buildings that my grandfather has lost in. He lost to Joe Frazier at MSG. He lost to Ken Norton here at the arena I'm fighting in. So,
but I didn't want to bring that up.
Yeah,
I thought I'd make it about the building, but you go ahead.
No, it's okay. The building's beautiful. Everything from the chandeliers in the building are awesome. So, but honestly, I feel like I'm breaking the curse. My grandfather got his jaw broke by Ken Norton. I'm refacing a guy that gave me my toughest fight. So it's overall, I think it's a great opportunity.
Clearly, you were his toughest opponent to date. I think everybody here in attendance and tuning in will agree. So now that you have this second opportunity, and you've clearly told us now that you've gone back and watched the fight, are there things that you've learned that you think you can exploit on Saturday night? And will we see a different Reyes step into the ring?
Yeah, you'll see a different fighter this time around. I look back, and I always try to improve on anything I do, not just in boxing, and you'll see all the improvements on Saturday.
It's as simple as that. No showing of the hand, huh? Just you're going to see an improved, different fighter?
Yep.
Perfect. A lot of changes. You already brought it up, Nico, that there's been a lot of changes in your camp since you first fought Reyes here. How are you better? And I know we've talked about this, but with the new trainer and the people that have been with you since day one, how has that enabled you to keep focus and just keep an eye on the prize? Because a lot of times when changes keep occurring like that, sometimes the wheels fall off a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of changes have occurred. None of them have been because of me. It's kind of just been for, other reasons. And, but all the people that I've been with, even now my new team has been around with me since the very start. I just wasn't working with them directly. So this camp has been the most grueling and the longest camp. And, with these guys, like, I understand my grandfather has a quote where he said, "I hated every minute of training." And I didn't understand that until I started working with these guys. Now I actually hate every minute of training. But, he said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion, and that's what I'm doing.
Well, listen, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to have you up here. Before we get to our co-feature and our main event, I'm going to ask you guys to leave your microphones on the chairs, and then we'll start with Lindolfo and opponent. Just come up front for a picture, and then Oscar and Nico. Again, we are in beautiful downtown San Diego, California, and it doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. Omar Aguilar, Lindolfo Delgado, a huge junior welterweight showdown. And then Reyes Sanchez, Nico Ali Walsh, a big middleweight rematch. It all goes down Saturday, August 20th from the Pechanga Arena here in beautiful San Diego, California. Again, this is a junior welterweight showdown. Omar Aguilar, Lindolfo Delgado. Junior welterweight showdown on Saturday night, coming to you live from San Diego, California. Reyes Sanchez, Nico Ali Walsh. Middleweight showdown, again, coming to you live Saturday night from San Diego, California. Reyes Sanchez, Nico Ali Walsh. Middleweight showdown. This is a rematch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our co-feature and our main event. Our co-main is a welterweight battle. Julio Luna, Giovani Santillan. Gentlemen, come on up. And our main event, the WBO Featherweight Championship of the World. Eduardo Baez, Emanuel Navarrete. Come on up here, gentlemen. And again, to everybody tuning in, we are outdoors on a random rooftop in beautiful downtown San Diego, California. Everything begins at 3:30 Pacific on ESPN Plus, and then we move over to the network ESPN at 7 p.m. Again, brought to you by Samaritan, starring Sylvester Stallone, coming to Prime Video on August 26th, and by Boost Mobile, money is power. Again, joining me right now in our co-feature, Julio Luna, Giovani Santillan, and in our main event, the WBO Featherweight Champion of the World, Emanuel Navarrete, puts his belt on the line against Eduardo Baez. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us again. Kid in a candy store. We're outdoors in beautiful Southern California. It is fight week. There is nothing better. Giovani, I want to start with you. Here we are again in your backyard, brother. How does it feel to be on this professional journey and being able to live it literally in your backyard?
No, it's exciting for me, to be fighting back in San Diego. To be my second time fighting there at the Pechanga Arena, and it's really a dream come true. I've been, ever since I was in the amateurs, dreaming of being able to fight in these big venues, and to be on ESPN with Top Rank is everything to me. So I've been working hard for this.
Yeah, as you heard Nico, who was just sitting here, it's an iconic, legendary venue, and Top Rank ESPN, thrilled to be here. Julio Luna, thank you for joining us as well. Your family has a huge history in boxing. Your father, 2 sisters, professional. What does this opportunity mean to you?
Tu familia tiene una gran historia en el boxeo. Tu papá y tus 2 hermanas fueron peleadores también. ¿Qué significa esta oportunidad para ti?
No, pues es la oportunidad de mi carrera. Es una gran oportunidad. Como lo dices, soy de una familia, de una dinastía de campeones. Tengo una campeona del mundo, una hermana campeona del mundo y pues es mi objetivo también ser campeón del mundo y esta es la oportunidad que me abrirá paso a eso en mi carrera.
This is a big opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity of my career. Like you said, I come from a family, a dynasty of champions. My sister was a world champion, and my objective is to become world champion again, and this opportunity will take me closer to that.
This is your second fight of 2022. Back in May, you had an impressive 10-round unanimous decision victory. What can we expect Saturday as you take on Santillan as your opponent?
Este es tu segunda pelea en el 2022. En mayo lograste una impresionante victoria por decisión después de 10 asaltos. ¿Qué podemos esperar de ti en este combate?
No, pues van a ver al mejor Julio Luna de toda la carrera como boxeador. Es mi oportunidad. Pienso dejar todo arriba del ring para llevarme el triunfo. Me preparé bastante bien. Mentalmente y físicamente estoy listo para ganar.
You're going to see the best Julio Luna ever in my entire career. I'm ready for this opportunity and to leave everything in the ring. I'm prepared very well, and I'm prepared both mentally and physically.
Giovani, I want to come back over to you. Your last fight as well, big knockout win. We all know you like to come forward, you're aggressive, you're offensive. Are we going to see more of that on Saturday night and just get the job done?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's an undefeated fighter like myself. So, you know, whenever we have something like that, a challenge like that, it lights up a fire inside of me, you know, to train extra hard. And so I'm ready. You know, I'm ready for whatever he brings to the table.
You mentioned training really hard, and yes, you're taking questions out of my hand here. All these comments I'd written down, both undefeated fighters. And again, this card is just absolutely stacked. Saturday night in San Diego, it's going to be unreal. You just mentioned training and working very hard. Robert Garcia has been in the UK for a little while, preparing Usyk for his rematch. How's Robert Jr. been? Because, you know, we're privileged. We get to sit ringside. I hear the comments, you know, with my earpiece. I get to hear, you know, him taking over the reins a little bit while his father's away. What's that been like for you?
You know, Robert Garcia is, you know, working with Anthony Joshua, but honestly, everything's been good. You know, training camp been great. You know, we have Chepe, you know, who's also working with Lindolfo. You know, Robert's son, Pita, is going to be there too. My dad, you know, he's been in my corner for, you know, all my professional career. So really it was nothing missing. You know, we're still training up there and getting great quality sparring, great training. So we're ready, man.
I love it. In a recent interview, you said that he's tough, probably your toughest opponent, but he has weaknesses. Do you care to elaborate on some of those weaknesses here today?
En una reciente entrevista mencionaste que tienes un rival muy difícil, quizás el más difícil de tu carrera hasta el momento. ¿Puedes elaborar o hablar un poco más acerca de eso?
Pues sí, sabemos que es un boxeador invicto, es de la empresa de Top Rank. Pero como lo dije anteriormente, yo me preparé bastante bien, me preparé bastante físicamente y mentalmente. Él es invicto, yo también estoy invicto y no pienso dejarme invicto aquí y voy con todo para ganar.
Well, we know that we are both undefeated boxers, and he's with Top Rank. But like I've said before, I prepared very well, and I'm prepared both mentally and physically, and he's undefeated, but I'm undefeated as well. So I'm not going to leave anything in the ring, and I don't plan on losing my undefeated record.
Well, thank you so much. Giovani, one last question for you, and I ask this every time we fight in somebody's backyard. Do you feel there's a bit of added pressure when you are fighting at home as opposed to taking your talents and skills on the road? Fighting at home, a lot of family and friends in the building. Does that add a little bit more to the mix for you?
Not in a negative way. You know, I feel like if anything, I'm just excited. You know, I'm happy to be fighting here. To be honest, you know, you can put the ring anywhere in the world, and it's the same thing for me. You know, I'm going to work just as hard. I'm going to go up there and do what I have to do at the end of the day.
Listen, Julio Luna, Giovani Santillan, thank you guys so much. I really can't stress it enough. Do not miss Saturday night. We have some incredible fights. And gentlemen, it's an honor to sit with you this afternoon. Let's get to our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Eduardo Baez challenges the champion, Emanuel Navarrete. Champ, it is so great to see you here today. You like to fight. We love it when you fight. 5 times in 9 months. You defended your title 5 times in 9 months. Now you've had 10 months off. It's your longest layoff of your career. Do you have any concerns there?
Te gusta pelear, nos encanta verte pelear. Defendiste tu título en cinco ocasiones en solamente 9 meses, pero vienes de un largo periodo de inactividad de 10 meses. ¿Te preocupa eso?
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes, primeramente. Y a la pregunta yo creo que no, me siento bastante bien. La preparación que hicimos creo que fue adecuada. Regresamos bien y me está costando un poco marcar la división, obviamente precisamente por la distancia que estuvimos fuera, pero fuera de eso no hay nada que me pueda preocupar para poder defender el campeonato con buena forma.
First of all, good afternoon to everybody. And no, responding to your question, I feel good. The preparation was good. I trained very well. It is a little bit tough making the weight because, like as you mentioned, it's the time away from the ring. But outside of that, there's nothing that worries me in being able to defend my title.
Eduardo, welcome. How you feeling, brother? You doing all right?
¿Cómo te sientes, Eduardo?
Pues buenas tardes, pues muy contento, pues, ya que no es para más, ¿no? Vamos para pelear por un título del mundo, el sueño de todo boxeador, ¿no? De pelear por un título del mundo, y pues nos sentimos muy bien de preparación, nos sentimos con mucha condición y muy contentos, bien emocionados, muy emocionados por la posición en la que estamos.
That's a long answer for you doing all right, so I'm excited to hear what he had to say.
Good afternoon. I'm very happy to be fighting for a world title because that's the dream of any boxer, to be able to fight for a world title. So I feel really good. The preparation was really good. I'm very well conditioned, and I'm very happy and excited for this.
Perfect. The last time we saw you in Las Vegas, it was March. You won a 10-round majority decision against Vivas. It was an incredible fight. What did you take away from that fight that has helped you prepare for this title shot?
La última vez que te vimos en Las Vegas fue en marzo cuando ganaste por decisión, después de 10 asaltos ante Vivas. ¿Qué aprendiste de esa pelea que puedes utilizar en este combate?
Bueno, pues todos los rivales son diferentes, estilos diferentes. Pues nos llevamos mucha experiencia de esa pelea, ¿no? Siempre he dicho que aquí bien preparados a una pelea y pues no está para más esta pelea muy importante de título del mundo. Venimos el doblemente más preparados, ¿no? Y nuevamente pues la verdad muy contentos, muy emocionados.
Well, all opponents are different. They have different styles. But I learned a lot, and I got a lot of experience from that fight. And we always prepare for all fights, but for this one, we know it's very important, and we prepare twice as much. So, like I said, I'm very happy and I'm very excited for this opportunity.
Champ, the last time we saw you, it was right here in San Diego, in the same building. It was almost a Fight of the Year candidate, a huge win against Joet Gonzalez. Can we expect something similar that we saw that night as well?
Campeón, la última vez que te vimos fue en el mismo lugar donde vas a pelear en San Diego, quizás un candidato para pelea del año ante Joet González. ¿Crees que vamos a ver una actuación similar en este combate?
Sí, la verdad que pienso yo que muchachito Baez viene con muchas ganas, así como yo lo miro. Creo que trae bastante condición y eso puede ser parte de una buena pelea, ¿no? Yo también, claro que me preparé bastante bien. Supongo que los dos queremos el título mundial. Yo lo tengo, pero pues obviamente él quiere arrebatármelo y eso es parte de una buena pelea de comienzo. Entonces creo que se puede prestar para una buena contienda. Esperemos pues que Baez salga bastante fuerte y pues que ambos aguantemos los 12 rounds y combatamos con mucho nivel.
Yes, the truth is that I think that Baez comes with a lot of desire, and he's very well prepared from what I can see. And, you know, he's coming in good condition. I hope he comes in good condition to make this a good fight. I prepared very well. We both want the title. I have the title, but he wants to take it. And that's going to make for a good fight from the very beginning. So I hope that we both can deliver a great battle, and I hope he comes out strong and that we are both able to last the 12 rounds in order to be able to give a great fight.
Absolutely. It's going to be an unbelievable battle. As an 8-year pro, what is this opportunity, what does this title shot really mean to you?
Peleador profesional de 8 años, ¿qué significa esta oportunidad del título mundial?
No, pues como ya lo había comentado, ¿no? Estamos bien contentos, muy emocionados de pelear por un título del mundo y pues, y como no, muy contentos de pelear un gran campeón como el Vaquero, le agradecemos la oportunidad Y pues sí, venimos, como él dice, sí venimos bien preparados para arrebatarle ese título. Ya lo miré, está bien bonito. Que no se descuide porque lo vamos a arrebatar, colega.
Like I mentioned, I'm very happy and excited to be able to fight for a world title, and I'm very happy to be able to fight a great champion like Vaquero. It's a great opportunity, and become very prepared to take that belt. And from what it looks like a very nice belt. I really want it. I'm going to take it.
I love it. Mexico versus Mexico battle. It's going to be an unbelievable Saturday night. A running theme here this afternoon is family. You've heard me ask questions to a couple of fighters that have taken the stage about the history of their families in the sport. And Champ, to you, you have an uncle and cousins who are all pro fighters. What does your success in the sport not only mean to you, but to them?
Hemos hablado de boxeadores que tienen muchos miembros de su familia en el boxeo. Tú tienes un primo y un tío que ambos eran profesionales. Tener éxito en este deporte, ¿qué significa no solamente para ti, sino también para tu familia?
Pues sí, realmente vengo de familia también boxística. De hecho, mi primo es mi entrenador. Aquí está Pedro Navarrete, un peleador que con mucha carrera profesional y amateur. Yo seguí sus pasos en algún momento. Afortunadamente se nos concedió llegar al título mundial y ganarlo en 2 ocasiones, gracias a Dios. También su papá, pues que es mi entrenador principal, por ahí está el señor Pedro Navarrete también. Él no fue profesional, pero viene de los amateurs de hace mucho tiempo, pues que valían mucho los amateurs, ¿no? Entonces eso para mí pues me motivó mucho, ¿no? Y el conseguir el título mundial yo de esa dinastía me ha motivado pues a trascender poco más y dejar un poco más abierta la puerta para los muchachos que vienen ahora, ¿no? Que vienen atrás de mí. Estoy muy contento de regresar ahora después de descanso y esperemos que mi carrera esté tomando buena postura pues para ir creciendo en esta nueva etapa ahora con Top Rank.
I come from a great boxing family. My cousin, Pedro Navarrete, he's actually here, and he had a great amateur record and a professional career as well. I followed his footsteps for a bit. And, luckily I was able to get a world title 2 times. And his dad as well, Pedro Navarrete Sr. is the head trainer. He wasn't a pro, but he was an amateur a long time ago when it really meant a lot to be an amateur there. So all that really motivated me to be able to get a world title and to come out from that dynasty. It motivated me, also motivated me to transcend that and to open the door for kids who are coming behind me in this sport. So I'm happy to be coming after this long layoff. And I think that my career is in a good path and a good position to keep growing with this new relationship with Top Rank.
Eduardo, one last question. I want to give you the opportunity to say hello to all of your family and friends tuning in and give them a shout out and what we're going to expect to see Saturday night.
Última pregunta para ti, Baez. Te queremos dar la oportunidad de saludar a tu familia, a tus amigos y decirles un poco de lo que podemos esperar de tu combate.
No, pues a mi familia, que lo más seguro que me está viendo o me puede estar viendo, un saludo y pues son las personas que me apoyan, ¿no? En Mexicali pues hay mucha gente que pues no me da nada de oportunidad contra el Vaquero, ¿no? Y a mí los únicos que me apoyan son mis familiares, gente cercana a mí y pues se les agradece, se siente su buena vibra. Pero pues nosotros no nos fijamos en eso, ¿no? Y no está para más, es un gran campeón sólido. Nosotros sabemos al compromiso al que venimos. Y pues qué campeón del mundo en esta división no está difícil, ¿no? Todos los campeones del mundo por algo son campeones. Los respetamos a todos y por eso nos preparamos fuerte para enfrentarnos nosotros esperamos al mejor Emanuel Navarrete, ¿no? Por eso nos preparamos muy muy bien y pues va a ser una buena pelea donde la afición va a seguir ganando, ¿no?
My family is going to be watching me. They could be watching me, and I want to send them my greetings because they support me in Mexicali. Because in Mexicali, there's a lot of people. The majority of people don't give me a shot, and the only ones who give me a shot to beat Navarrete, the only ones who support me and believe in me are my families and those who are close to me. So I want to thank them for their good vibes, and also I don't really pay attention to that. I know I have a solid champ in front of me. I know the kind of fight we have, and I mean, what world champion isn't tough? They're a champion for a reason, so we respect him, and that's why we trained hard, and we expect the best Navarrete possible. That's why we prepared well, and I think it's going to be a good fight where the fans are going to win.
Champ, same thing. Before we wrap up here today, what are we going to see Saturday night? And take this opportunity to say hello to your family and friends who are tuning in with us right now.
Misma pregunta para ti. ¿Qué podemos esperar de ti en esta pelea? Y una oportunidad para saludar a tu familia y tus amigos.
Ok, pues muchas gracias. Primeramente todos ustedes que estuvieron aquí presentes. Les agradezco mucho el apoyo, el estar pendiente de mi carrera y el estar pendiente de esta cartelera que la verdad suena muy impresionante. En segunda forma, pues todo el equipo, el Team Vaquero, les agradezco mucho. Esta preparación fue de locos, hubo muchas cosas muy buenas y cosas controversiales, pero salimos adelante. Esperemos que la pelea sea bastante atractiva. Baez viene con muchas ganas, se ve de mucho ánimo y la verdad que yo también vengo con todas las ganas del mundo de defender este título mundial. Espero no decepcionarlos. Y a toda la gente de San Juan Cilaltepec que me escucha, que me ve, que me apoya, de Zumpango, de todo México, de Tijuana, por cierto, también muchas gracias. Les agradezco mucho y a toda la gente de Top Rank, muchas gracias por tenerme en estas filas, agradecemos mucho todo el equipo, todo el trabajo que nos están brindando y esperemos que más adelante pues se vengan cosas aún mejor. Gracias a todos.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone here, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate you following my career, following this fight card as well. I want to thank Team Vaquero because there are a lot of good things and crazy things that happened in this camp. Some things were controversial, but we moved forward. So I think this is an attractive fight. He comes with a strong desire to win, and I come with a strong desire to defend my title, and I hope not to disappoint. I want to thank all those who support me from my hometown, from all over Mexico, from Tijuana as well. Thank you. Thank you to Top Rank for having me among these ranks. I appreciate all the work that you all do, and I want to give a big shout out to everyone.
Amazing. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Julio Luna, Giovani Santillan, Eduardo Baez, and the champ, Emanuel Navarrete. Again, it goes down Saturday, August 20th, right here in beautiful downtown San Diego, California at the Pechanga Arena. We go live on 3:30 Pacific on ESPN Plus, and then we move over to the network ESPN at 7 p.m. Pacific. Again, 3:30 Pacific on ESPN Plus, and then we move over to the network ESPN at 7 p.m. Pacific. Again, the WBO Featherweight Championship of the World. Emanuel Navarrete puts the title on the line against Eduardo Baez. As always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank. We'll see you tomorrow night as they step on the scale. Have a great afternoon, everybody.